Hi everyone. So it's Monday and a weekend has passed. I'm not even going to pretend to ask if you had a nice weekend. I'm sure, like mine, you did very little, went for a nice walk, watched some telly, ate some nice food, read a book, played a board game. They are all the things that I did this weekend. And I think they're all the things that I will be doing next weekend as well. So today's English, let's get straight on to that. I'm just going to share my screen with you. Bear with me, and then I will explain the task to you. Now, unfortunately, I don't have, sorry, I'm just trying to find the right screen. I don't have Active Inspire on my computer. So PowerPoint is the best that I've got. So for now, this is the best way that I can explain the lesson to you. Hopefully I will get Inspire on my laptop soon and then things will be a little bit easier. So bear with me today. Right, your literacy. So for this week, you are writing to entertain and you will be doing a piece of writing on Thursday, but we are going to be doing a few activities to get you ready for your writing on Thursday. So the lesson is going to start with this starter here. So as you can see, statements, commands, and questions. And you have to match the three boxes together by linking them with lines. So I'm going to ask you now to pause the video and do this activity and then come press play again in a second when you're ready, and then we can go through it together. Okay, so when you're ready, pause the video now. Okay, hopefully you were able to understand how to match those boxes together. I'm just going to show you now how I would answer that. Bear with me, I had this all ready. And as usual, things aren't going according to plan. Right, let's go through these together. So we need to find a statement, a command, and a question. So Grendel fought valiantly, but he was no match for my strength. That one, of course, is, what do you think that one is? That one is a statement. Grendel fought valiantly, but he was no match for my strength. So you're actually stating something there. So you would end your sentence with a full stop. And obviously I've matched that there to a statement. Right, stand astride, Hrothgar, and feast your eyes on the prize. That one, I'm going to have to get my little trusty pen again. Bear with me. Stand aside, Hrothgar, and feast your eyes on the prize. That one, of course, is a command. So hopefully you got that one correct. Which means this last one here, let me get my pen ready again. There's got to be a much better way of doing it, but this is all I know for now. So did you doubt that I would succeed? That one, of course, is a question. There you go, and you've got your question mark there. So I hope you were successful in being able to match those boxes to whether they are a statement, a command, or a question. So a nice warm-up activity for you. Right, let's get my PowerPoint screen fully here. Here we go. Okay, so I can write to entertain, like I was saying to you earlier, that is your learning objective for today's lesson and for all of the lessons this week. Right, your first task is to read Beowulf, pages 7 to 10. And I want you to look at the punctuation and see what you notice. So you can pause the video, or you can continue watching, because I hope I've taken out any of the screens, any of the slides that will give all of the answers away to you. So pause the video if you would like to. If not, you can carry on watching with me. So what do you notice about the punctuation? So hopefully, if you've read pages 7 to 10 now, you've got a much clearer understanding of the story, and you will have noticed something that was running throughout those opening few pages. I'm not actually going to tell you what it is. I'm going to let you work that out yourself. Right, so after you've done that task, the next thing is just a reminder for you, looking at commas and how they separate clauses. So this slide, I've included this slide. Obviously, we did a lot of work in school on independent and dependent clauses before we broke up for Christmas. But just to remind you, You've got two definitions here. So the independent clause makes sense on its own because it is a complete thought. So two examples there. I went to town, it was red. And then your dependent, your subordinate clause supports the independent clause. Remember, it's probably all coming flooding back to you now. We did this just before Christmas and we did quite a bit of writing on it. So again, two examples of subordinate clauses, dependent clauses at the bottom here. After the storm cleared, because he didn't like chocolate. So you would need those independent clauses to support the subordinate clause. Right, so you'll need to remember that. You can refer back to these slides throughout the lesson, okay? Right, so again, I've used some examples from Beowulf to show you how a subordinate clause can come at various stages in a sentence. All right, so you could have a fronted adverbial, so where you're using your subordinate clause at the front of a sentence. So in a frenzy of hate, Grendel burst in and slaughtered everyone. So here you can see, in a frenzy of hate, you would need something else. You would need your independent clause for that to be a complete sentence. Okay, so in a frenzy of hate, Grendel burst in and slaughtered everyone. You wouldn't have in a frenzy of hate as an independent clause. It doesn't make sense on its own. You might want to use a subordinate clause at the end of the sentence. So Beowulf arrived after Grendel had attacked. You also may want to use them in the middle of a sentence. So there were, it was true, some envious looks cast at Beowulf. Okay, so again, refer back to this slide if you need to at any point during the lesson. Right, now this is your main task for today. I want you to make sure that you are clear on your understanding of Beowulf up to page 10. I want you to write a brief summary of the story so far. Now you will realise that you can use the storyboards from last week's work to help you with this, should you need to. So you have already got those resources there to support you with your understanding. But go back and read that story again if you're not sure. So it's pages 7 to 10. Now, if you can, when you're writing your summary, try and use some commas to show a difference between independent and subordinate dependent clauses. See if you can do that. Okay, now to help you with your focus for the lesson, I've put some information on the side for you. So in these opening few pages, do you know any of the character names? Have you been introduced to anybody yet? Do you know when or where the story is set? So has Michael Morpurgo given you any of that information? Are you aware of when it is set? Is it set in the future? Is it set in the past? Are you able to gauge an understanding of the plot? Do you know what's happening so far? Can you predict what you think is going to happen? Is the purpose of the story clear? So can you tell straight away what the outcome is going to be or what the purpose is? Is Michael Morpurgo writing to entertain, writing to inform? You have a look. Your learning objective today will give you a bit of a clue on that one. And have you identified the audience? So who do you think Michael Morpurgo was thinking of when he wrote his version of Beowulf? Who do you think the audience is? Right, so that is your task. Now, there is a shared right here that could help you. All right, so you can have a look at this one to try and support your ideas. If you're not sure how to go about pulling all of your information together and how to summarize the story so far, you can have a look here, and there will be a few tips on here that you may like and you may want to use in your writing. Obviously, you can magpie some of this, but don't magpie all of it. Right, that is it for your lesson. You will see, just before I go quickly, at the end here, all of the text, the bits that you'll need for today's lesson are on there for you, okay, right at the end of your PowerPoint. Right, so I hope, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen with you. I hope that's clear for you. Stop sharing, there we go. I hope that's clear, and have fun and enjoy today's lesson. Okay, speak to you again tomorrow. All right, bye.